Without health, there is no economy. That is why the South Florida Hispanic Chamber of Commerce joined forces with Carnival Cruise Lines to emphasize the importance of good health during this month of the heart. Women often do not take good care of themselves, and the heart problems are very frequent. That's why we join in this effort to emphasize the importance of good health, said Lilian Lopez, president of the South Florida Hispanic Chamber of Commerce.
Today, the South Florida Hispanic Chamber of Commerce celebrated its annual Fashionably Red Luncheon with a panel of doctors explaining how to better take care of your heart, because heart disease is the #1 killer among men and women. So it was a very beautiful event hosted here by Carnival Cruise Lines, where we had a great opportunity to learn more about heart disease awareness and at the same time enjoy, network, have a good time, and create business opportunities.
For Carnival, it's very important to be in the community, and especially when it comes to prevention. Without health, there is no joy, said Frank Robleto, Business Development Director for Carnival Cruise Lines for Miami, the Caribbean, and Puerto Rico.
Making sure that you're going to see your doctor regularly, and that's what we heard today is, of course, to do your doctor visits. Of course, go at least once a year to, of course, do your checkups, do your blood work. But also, of course, it's also preventative. And how do we prevent heart disease is by, of course, doing exercising every day, and of course also eating healthy.
Some of those present shared with us the importance of this meeting, and above all, how this can help our community.
I think this is a great event, and awareness is the most important topic, I think, of the day. So awareness of cardiovascular health and the importance of it is what leads to prevention.
Palmetto General Hospital has always been a sponsor of this venue, the Heart Institute of Palmetto General Hospital, because of the importance of creating an awareness of anybody can have a heart attack, but we women don't take care of our health, and we need to. We need to be alert and go get checked. It's not stress. We need to make sure that we call our doctor or go find an emergency.
I think cardiovascular prevention is very important, especially if you have any risk factors such as family members with problems, or if you have ever found your blood pressure to be elevated, or you ever thought that you have a little bit of a high sugar, or many of the risk factors that we know produce cardiovascular disease. Then it's a great opportunity to be more proactive and start, taking charge of yourself.
Well, you know what? First of all, I was a Spanish major in college, so I identify with the Spanish community. I work for Miami's community newspapers, as you know. I write columns about what nonprofits are doing. So I love sharing the stories about what the South Florida Hispanic Chamber is doing and what the Women's Society is doing. And I really appreciate that they're getting everybody together and they're doing good works and making a positive impact in our community.
I think women have to be aware that heart disease presents in them in the same fashion as in men, and that they have to be vigilant to the symptoms, and they have to perform their annual wellness visits with their doctors to tackle the risk factors before the disease prevent.
Well, it's very important for women to exercise and diet in order to have preventative medicine against heart disease. And we learned today that women are one of the top people that are affected by heart disease in comparison to men. They pretty much said every 30-something seconds, a woman suffers from a heart attack. So it's very important to see your cardiologist and your primary care physician and have preventative tests done, such as calcium scoring, that also checks your blood pressure and cholesterol to be able to identify risk factors in order to prevent heart disease.
Well, I think that, as you mentioned, preventative medicine is the most important thing, preventing the disease before it starts. So I think that we want to catch those patients earlier and tell them to do the right things before they come to the doctor. So that means, as we talked about earlier, smoking cessation, checking their blood pressure, making sure they don't have high blood pressure, getting adequate exercise 3 hours a week, and following the right diet.
It's very important that you have to take care of yourselves, both physically and spiritually, to make sure that you can take care of others. So that includes everything from a diet to exercise, to just make sure you take care of yourself.
Our health is the most important thing. This is why creating awareness is extremely important to prevent health issues and, above all, staying in shape.
As you see today, create awareness in our community is very important. For EENTU reporting, Dariel Fernandez.